Hey guys, it's James Osment here. What I have here is a Yale half of a euro. It's been ground off, and sometimes these euros are pretty long, and sometimes they're double cylinders. They'll grind them off just to make them more compact to meld to to other lock pickers. That way they're not milling just this big old chunk of lock. But it's an intact cylinder. It is 5-pin, and it has a Yale keyway. So I'm going to go ahead and if I can get the key out. Key on this one's kind of tricky, but there's the bitting on the key. It's doesn't look too terribly bad, and it's not too horrible to pick. Go ahead and chuck this thing up in the vise and get to work on it. See if I can't make a quick job of this. If I can get my vise to clamp down on it. Alright, find some picks and tension wrenches. Just had that tension wrench. Alright. They have to switch picks, go with something with a shorter profile. I'm going to go with like a standard hook with a Euro profile. And see if I can't just kind of squeeze it in back there. And there we go. And it was just that quick and easy. Well, it wasn't easy. I just make it look easy. Guys, this was actually a pretty good lock the way it was built. And let's get some pin and tweezers. Go ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead and lock this back up. I've had a bad experience with Euro cylinders, and I actually broke the plug or the core out of one of these Euros that TexasJim sent me, and it upset me because I love that lock, and I don't think I'll have that problem with this lock, but I'll go ahead and do it this way just to be on the safe side. Make sure I don't have any issues. And I may need to turn that just a hair. That way I don't have no pins falling down that groove there. It started working and then it stopped. There we go. Alright, remove the key. All 5 pins are there. Number 1. Number 2 didn't want to come out of there. Number 3, number 4, and number 5. Last but not least. And I see some magic happening already, guys. We got a serrated key pin, and we've got a key pin that's shaped like a spool, another serrated key pin, another spool key pin, and a I'm just going to call that a serrated key pin because it has one serration in it at the top, which is cut very crisp and clean, and that pin looks like it would definitely hang up and cause some problems if you didn't know how to combat that. And what we have here is a key pin that's been modified into a security driver and mounted upside down, and it looks like a very nice crisp pin. Number 2 was a spool. That spool is a little deeper than just an off-the-shelf spool. And there we have a homemade T-pin that tapers down, and then it's got a sort of a ASA type tip to it that would cause hang up. It's like a serration at the very tip. That's a very good pin. I like that. Pretty good design there, TexasJim. I really dig these pins, and it did slow me down quite a bit picking this thing. It's just you know, once you get the hang of picking these homemade pins, even though they are very secure, but once you get the hang of them, you develop a feel for them, and once you detect those, you know what to do to counter them. And it's really just a matter of practice, practice, practice. And remember what you learn from each lock. That helps. I'm going to come in here and see if I can give you guys a view of these pins. You see number one has a taper to it, has a couple serrations, it has a ledge cut on it, and then it has sort of a deep spool cut into it, which is narrowed, and it's more of a like a serrated ASA type pin. Number two is just a real deep cut spool. Number three is more of a T-pin with an ASA tip to it. Number four is kind of like a spool and a T-pin mix. And five is just a homemade spool with a mushroom head on it. And I really kind of like that. It kind of gave a really different feel to it when I was picking this thing. And each chamber, each pin stack gave a different feel. And I really like that about TexasJim's locks, because each chamber will give a unique feel. And as a matter of fact, that stack 3 and stack 2 felt like when I would set it, if I nudged him up, he felt like he, you know, wanted to overset immediately. And then you'd get kind of a false set after you overset it, and it just would throw me all off. But and then pin stack 3, you got that sort of a T-pin there, which I quickly learned to overcome that. But anyways, guys, there's the lock. Hope you enjoyed the video. Y'all stay safe, stay legal.